Want to see the Coachman Freedom Express 259 FKDS? Come with me. Today we are at O'Connor RV in Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada. So remember, everything in Canadian dollars here. And they have the Coachman Freedom Express Ultralight 259 FKDS, the 2021, and we're going to show it to you. So don't forget, down in the description, that's where you're going to find the currency converter and the timestamps and the research resource that we use, and you can too, as well as if we're giving you any value and you'd like to buy us a coffee, you can do that down there too. And today we want to thank Todd and Annette. You guys are the greatest. You support us so much. You were celebrating with us for our 13,000 sub, and we're just so thankful. We just can't tell you how much we appreciate you. So thanks for doing that. So now let's take you along and take a look at this trailer. So these are entry-level trailers, but they come in different styles and levels, and you can take a look at that in the construction video where we explained it more. So I'll link that at the end for you to have a look at, but they are still really quite nice. Here is the fiberglass cap with the front window. Now, I believe this is an automotive grade glass, but again, check that construction video. You do get the, it's a plastics material, but it's a rock guard nonetheless, and I'm happy when I see those. You get two 20-pound propane tanks and an electric jack, which I love. As well, here is where your batteries are going to go, and you do get a battery disconnect right there. So I love that. Oh, and I want to point out one other thing. This is where the spare is. So it's not in the way, it's not impeding anything, but it's easy to access. So I do like that placement. Now, this particular model has two slides, and we'll talk about those, but let's first take a look in the front storage here. So it does have the magnet on the door, which you know I love, and then this is quite a bit of pass-through storage space. Ooh, and there's something else interesting in there. I don't know what that is. We'll get it when we get inside. Stick with us and you'll find out too. So this is the first slide. It's quite a large slide. It is a electric rack and pinion slide. While we're down here, I just also want to show that here are the manual stabilizer jacks. You know what? They might not be manual. Let's follow through around this trailer and make sure, because they may be electric. We're gonna have to climb under there because there's some important stuff for you to see. So coming down the slide, over, so in between the two slides is where most of your service stuff is. So here is your 30 amp connection, water fill, city water connection. Here is your tank flush, which we like because it's where everything else is. TV cable and an outdoor shower. And then coming down, here is your black water sewer hookup and valve. Now, there is an enclosed underbelly here, but the valve is not included in that space. So I would like to see that better, but it's all here. I now want to take you underneath because there's another part to this drainage system that I want to talk about. But I gotta climb under here. All right. I just want to climb under here. Like, we're right under the slide, so that's one point I want to make.
You wanted to climb under?
No. This is the gray water sewer connection. You've got a valve here and you've got a valve here. So again, not underneath, but that's okay, like not in the heated area. But my issue with this is all the gray is coming here and the black is coming over there. In general, you would flush your black with gray, right? You would release your black and then you would use your gray to run through and flush out the pipe. I'm gonna climb out of here so we can talk some more. Okay. So my point to all that is, that you're not going to be able to do that with this system because they're not connected to one another. Now, let's go back over to where the black is, because you do have a tank flush here. So you will be able to hook water up to that, and it has a little spinny thing in there that cleans out your black tank. In general, these are things that people do not every time they dump their black, but you know, here, there, maybe when they're putting it away, things like that. So in here, you're going to have to use this more frequently in order to keep out everything that you pull there, because it's going to kind of pile up, right? So then the other issue that I had with all of that being underneath the slide is that when you're parked at a campground, you've got your slide out, you're all hooked up, and you generally leave your black closed. You can leave your gray open, but you generally leave your black closed. So at first I was like, oh man, I gotta crawl under the slide, or, you know, I mean, Corey's gotta crawl under the slide to pull those valves. But because you're at a campground and you're probably leaving your gray open anyways, it's not as big of a deal as I originally thought. You can still access the black quite easily, and you can still hook up a tank flush here to help wash everything out. So that's just my point on that. Moving on. The next slide is also an electric slide, but you can't see exactly the system. It's kind of one of these rack. Oh, that's what it is, yeah. It's a rack system.
Is that a call?
Yeah. So that's how that one works, and it's quite small, so it'll be fine. Let's take a look at the storage in here. Wow, that's big. And it's also carpeted. I don't know about that, but depends on what you put in there. Okay, coming around to the back. Oh, I also wanted to point up and show you the rain rail with the little spouts and no awning covers. Sorry, slide covers. Yeah, so those are just things that I think are important and I would want if I could have. Coming around to the back, you do get a ladder, and you do have everything's present there if you'd like to put a backup camera in, and no receiver hitch, so make sure you check on that if you decide you want to put a bike rack or something on there. Then come around to this side and see what we can see. Huge awning, and that's going to have LED lighting in it and be electric, so that's nice. This was the thing that I wanted to show you. Indeed, the stabilizer jacks are electric, and these are the buttons for that, so that's good to know, and it's a nice feature to have. Oh, more storage, and it's taller storage too. And these come with a griddle, and I'll show you where that goes. And then, what do we have here? So this will be that outdoor kitchen, and the griddle will hook right on this little rack here. So this is an interesting kitchen. A little bit high for me, but still doable. So you got cabinetry there, you've got lighting, you've got electrical, got a place to put stuff, you know, spices, whatever. Little bit of countertop here, plastic sink, big tap. It's a bit high for us, but again, not the end of the world. And then you get a really quite a large electric fridge. So that's nice. And then of course you've got the grill again here. Now the problem that I have with these is that that's really quite high. Okay, I'd love to get this down, but I absolutely cannot reach that. Let's talk about the tires. Radial ST226, ST225/75R15. Those are the tires, and these are an aluminum wheel. And I believe these are all the wide stance axles too. So again, look at the construction video to learn more about that. Outdoor speakers, electricity, cable hookup, and then let's go up to the front. More storage. Oh, quite a bit. Okay, no, this is the pass-through, but I see that this shelf has been added as well. So that's interesting. I like that little shelf there. And then let's talk about the stairs. Here is the solid step, and these are the ones that just fold right up into the doorway that I really like. And you get the little place to put the dog's leash. I like that too, because then you can let the dog out and put them on there without necessarily having to come out too. Good handle. Let's take a look at the door. Friction. And it does have the bumper here. Let me just mention this to you. Coming out soon, the Does Size Matter RV construction worksheet. So we'll get that out to you, or give you the opportunity to get that if you are also looking at different RVs and you want to keep track of construction and that kind of thing. So that'll be done. This does have the bumper on it, which stops it from hitting anything. It is the friction door, no tie-up, and screen door. You know, I like the window in the door, but it also has the shade way up in there that I can't really reach to get down, and you have to do it from the stairs. So let's now go inside and check it out. Come on. Hi. All right, so here we are in the 2021 Coachman Freedom Express Ultralight 259 FKDS. Entryway. All of your buttons here, so your slides, your awnings, your water heater, your tank levels, all that kind of stuff here. And then down here is a heat ducting. So I like that that's through the furniture and walls. Over here, I don't even know if I should be showing you at this point in the video. This is such an exciting piece. But look at that. That is a full closet or pantry, depending on whatever you want it to be. Now the shelves are removable, so you could put however much you want in there. It's lit, and it has the hooky kind of closet hanger system. So you can decide how you want to use that space, because I would probably use it like in multiple ways. Into the front kitchen. What we're trying to do in this one, because we've showed you similar floor plans to this before, and we want you to take this information and see the Coachman Freedom Express version of this floor plan and compare it to other ones, so that you can see differences or similarities, or which one might be more suited for you. And of course, compare all the numbers. So I will link to the Flagstaff version of this floor plan, and then Corey and I are going hunting for another version of it, so you'll be able to do some comparisons. So I like the front kitchen, I gotta say. So in this one, you do get quite a large fridge. I'm gonna say this is at least an 8. Problem that I have with it is, like, what the heck? This is way up there. So that's a bit too tall for me. I mean, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but it is too tall. But coming around, you get a small little microwave up there. Moving down to your Magic Chef 3-burner propane glass top stove with a small little oven. So there's that, and below is another heater vent, so I love that. Anywhere that I can get a heater vent, I'm a happy camper. LED lighting here and here. Gotta love the window. I love it from outside, I love it from inside. It's huge, so much light comes in, and depending on how you've got your trailer set up in your spot, what a view, right? I love that. Okay, blinds are the pleated ones, and over here, of course, because of the stove and safety issues, it's the aluminum ones. Lots of countertop space, although in some of the others in the front kitchen floor plans that you will see, there were more countertop space, but I do like this. Oh, you also get the pop-up electricity and USB. And let me move all of our paperwork. The countertops in the Freedom Express are the thermal foil wraparound, so there's no seams. This is a very nice double stainless sink with a, this is going to swivel. It's not a pull down or a sprayer, so it is just a tap, so you know. And then of course, you know that I love that it has covers for the sink, but these are not the type of covers that you would do cutting or anything on, like a cutting board type of cover. So other than just covering the sink, which really doesn't do much for us, they're not the most functional, because if you're not going to cut on your countertop, you're not going to cut on top of that. So just my opinion there. Up here is upper cabinetry, which is quite spacious, but it also is a bit high. Like I'd have to have a stool to access anything in there. And remember, it's rounded there. But I do like a little bit of glass at the front. And there's more here. So it goes all the way across. So really that's quite a bit of space. And then here, look at that. I love that. It is the perfect height for me. There's a lot of space. I would put easy to reach bins and things in there to organize, you know, different groupings of stuff. I love that. Moving down, you have electricity here, and oh, this is unique. Remember when we were looking in the space below? This is what was there, and this is the drawer systems that we were looking at. So, I mean, this would be, it's not that deep, right? But you could put quite a bit of different stuff, bigger spoons, that kind of stuff in there. So I do like that. So moving around to the slide, this is the large slide that we saw, and it houses the dinette and the living area seating. So a few things. We got a little bit of decorative lighting here, but it's not bad at all, easy to take care of. You've got the dark pleated blinds, you've got a slider window in both places. You guys know I like sliders. And you've got the dinette. These are very soft cushions, softer than most for sure. Thermal foil again over the table, so no seams. This is a decent sized table. Moving down, it is the kind that sort of just collapses down, fits into these spaces, and then this gets made into a bed. Underneath is just doors. So there's nothing to pull out, so it's great storage without a doubt. And you can access it from here too. It's just not as easy of an access as if it were a pull-out drawer. The other thing that I am liking down here is, look at this. They have managed to use the same vinyl that's on the main floor in the slide with this little flap. Works perfectly. I love it, and they have gotten rid of the carpet. Yay! Loving that. Okay, so let's move on over then to the living area. Theater style seating, as well as some storage. Actually, quite a bit of storage. The opening isn't that huge, but it goes back far and it goes all the way through. It's not divided. So I like that. And another window with the same kind of blinds, both sliders. And these are comfy chairs with a recliner. I could use it right in front of the TV. Nothing blocking anything. Got all your cup holder and place to put my book and that kind of thing. So I like all of that. So as far as sleeping goes, it'll be the bed and it'll be the dinette. No extra couch sleeping area. Coming around to the rest of your entertainment area. I'm just peeking. Yeah. Nothing behind this. This is the whole thing because you have all that pantry storage behind. So you've got some storage here, controls. There is actual electrical outlet in here. More storage. But again, like these kinds of things, you can put decorative stuff in or whatever. But once you start moving, all this stuff's got to come down. This is not deep, but it's storage, and there's 3 doors of it. So then let's move back to the bathroom. It is not a huge bathroom. It's an okay size bathroom, but I'll get in the shower and show you that first. It's got the radius doors, the glass type. It's got a skylight. That's how tall it is. This is how we go around. It has the plastic one-piece surround with a little bit of shelf stuff. And it's got the separate base. And I'm seeing caulking. Who knew, right? But yeah, there's caulking on that. You get the average tap or shower head and taps. And there's the doors. So, not bad. You do get switches in here. Over to your vanity, same type of thermal foil counter. Not enough counter for me, that's a bummer. Plastic sink, average taps, mirrors at a decent height, some storage in there, and then you do have electrical as well. And moving down, there's a decent amount of storage in there. And then over from that, more storage up in there. Again, it's kind of deep, so, you know, you'd have to be prepared to dig way back in there. You do get a rack for towels and things, which I like. While we're here, let's look up. AC ducting, LED lighting, and a vent that I don't even know if a spoon would work. This is going to be a wooden spoon stool combo that you're going to have to get in order to reach that. But I mean, so is life. What do we got here? A porcelain foot flush toilet. Now again, this is not a huge bathroom, but you could still dry off. For me, I'd probably dry off in here and then rip in the bedroom to get dressed. So, speaking of the bedroom, let's go see. In here, this is a gigantic bed. This has got to be a king bed, hey? I'll look for the measurements for you. Let me go up here first. So, first of all, you can walk around, but it's very tight over here, just so you know. So this is also in a slide. You do get a gigantic window, and sorry, but this is not gonna cut it. This is way too small, hanging over the bed. One of two things is happening for sure. My water is spilling and my head is going to get cracked on there. So, I do like that there are reading lights. Let me see about these blinds here. Okay, so these are going to be the same kind of pull down blind. Storage, so again, smaller openings, but it's quite deep and it goes all the way across. So I like that. Over to this side, I'm just going to pull this down so you guys can see better. I'm looking for any electrical, so far none. Over here is a large 3-doored closet. So it goes all the way and it's got those same hook things. Then you move over to this quite high shelf, but I think the function of it really is for your TV. And the hookups are here, electricals here, switches. There's also USB here. I just don't see a whole lot of other function for this space. It's just too high, and I mean, you can put your knickknacks and things up there if you want. Then moving over here is more storage. And again, it's a great space, but it's too high for me, and like I'm not going to be able to reach way back there and that kind of thing. So it would need some workarounds for me. Down here, what looks like a bunch of venting really isn't. These are going into that outdoor kitchen spot, and this is your actual heat vent. Also, I want to talk about when the slide comes in, what you can access. And basically, the slide's going to come right up to the wall, pushing the mattress right up to the wall underneath here. So when you come in, you will not be able to get past here. This is your, but it's still, if you could get in the front, you can get to here. You could use the bed, but I have a sneaking suspicion you're not going to get into the front. But we'll go check it out. Come on. So over to this end of the bedroom, this is the door on a slider, which I absolutely love. There's also more storage here and down here. Now this door can't open any further than that because of the mattress, but it is quite a bit more storage. And again, I don't even know, it's up there and it's high, but I mean, storage is storage. You're going to take it where you can get it, right? So there's that, and there's also an electrical outlet here. And here, this switch is to control the slide. So that's where that is. Now, I just want to see what's under the bed. Whoa, those are some strong arms there. So here is that storage. Now, this is the same storage we looked at from outside. So there's no real divider there for outside stuff or inside. I guess you could just access it either way that you want it. And then this is definitely a two-person bed. And the other thing that I'm going to look into is it an option for this to be a queen? Because Corey and I would not want this size of a bed. We'd rather have the space. So that's for us. I also want to take you up and look at the ceiling because you can see LED lighting, speakers, AC ducting, and you also get a fan. Vent, sorry, it's not a fan, it's just a vent. But again, even a wooden spoon's not going to cut it here because you have to turn the knob to open it. But I mean, you could stand on the bed to do that. Well, I definitely would. All right, let's go in and take a look at the ceiling at the rest of the place. There is lots of lighting. You do have AC here. You've got more speakers. I think, yeah, you've got everything, but it doesn't have a vent in here. That's what I was looking for. So that's interesting. You'd think it would have a kitchen one as well, which it doesn't. So you get the bathroom, you get the bedroom, and then there's all the rest of the venting. Now let's take a look at the Cracker Barrel factor. Pull out our handy dandy measuring device here. So this slide is going to come in this far, okay? And so if I put it here, it's coming into right about there, okay? So let's take a look at it in this tighter spot. Right here, it's coming into right there. So what that tells me is that when you come in the door, you're going to be able to come into the kitchen. You're going to be able to get to your fridge, stove, sink, not any of this area. You'll be able to go to your dinette, so you could make that into a bed and you could eat. But when you come into the living area, it's getting pretty tight. So you would have to be able to squish in like this. Then you would be able to sit there, but you would only be able to open this bathroom door like maybe that far. So that's pretty tight. I don't think many people could get into the bathroom. So that's a bummer. Let's switch sides because I want to take a look at the bedroom. If you squished by, you're not getting into the bedroom. So I have to give this a fairly low Cracker Barrel factor unless you're going to sleep on the dinette, because yes, you can access your kitchen, but you're a Cracker Barrel. You could go in and eat. It's more about using the bathroom and sleeping with the slide in. And that's just not going to work out here. Now, I want to point out that in some of the other models that we've looked at that are similar floor plan, they have a second door back there, which would help you to access the bedroom and the bathroom. So just a thought, something for you to think of depending on how you use your RV and in what types of situations. Now let's take a look at the numbers. Now for the numbers on the 2021 Coachman Freedom Express Ultralight 259 FKDS. So the GVW comes in at 9,000 pounds and the cargo carrying capacity with the fresh water full and the other tanks empty is 1,870. So depending on how you do that. Now let me find you some more information. The Bed was in fact a king bed at 72 by 80 inches. And again, I'm not sure if you can, I'll look more to see if there's any other bed options. The shower is 32 inches and the awning was 18 feet. Let me see what else I've got for you. The exterior length is 29 foot 10 inches and the exterior height 11 foot 3 inches. Exterior width is 96 inches. And it has a fresh water coming in at 50 gallons and the gray and the black each separately at 35 gallons. And the fridge was in fact an 8 cubic foot fridge, and it has the 6-gallon quick recovery hot water heater. The actual price on this one here at O'Connor RV in Chilliwack comes in at 49,900 Canadian dollars. Don't forget the currency converter is in the description at the bottom so that you could trade that up for whatever works for you. So that's everything on this trailer. Like we said, we want you to compare it with the other one that we did, and we're going to go search out some more for you. You know, similar floor plans, different manufacturers, to give you guys more information. So we hope you've liked this. If we've given you any value whatsoever, please feel free to buy us a coffee. We really appreciate that, and it helps us to keep making these videos. Otherwise, give us a like, share us with everybody, hit the subscribe button, click on one of these links at the end for more information. Come along on an adventure. We love having you guys along. Don't forget to leave us some comments too about what you think. Thanks for watching.